One of the biggest challenges as a dealer and dealing with used vehicles is purchasing of cloned and stolen vehicles. Now it's a challenge that we've had to overcome. Now 14 times we've been caught until we ended up creating a bulletproof system so that we don't get caught again. We've had to pay lots of school fees to overcome it. And the last one I purchased from an acting advocate in the Brooklyn Chambers of Advocates. So I'm going to tell you what a cloned vehicle is, just to create awareness so that you guys have more ammunition in your war chest when purchasing a vehicle. So a cloned vehicle typically works like this. You know, funny enough, I just see a Tiguan, white Tiguan. So if you can show the people the white Tiguan there. So typically what the syndicate will do is they will go and purchase a vehicle from one of the insurance companies, and the vehicle is like in a major accident but was not written off. So the vehicle is still a code 2 used car, and they'll purchase that vehicle. Basically they're buying the papers. 2020 white Tiguan, and it's a 2-liter TDI R-Line. Then the syndicate will go and steal a white, more or less 2020 VW Tiguan 2-liter TDI R-Line. Okay, and here's what makes it very challenging to pick up. They will build the chassis plate, the engine number, the safety belts, and the plates under the seats. So there's various numbers that they build over from the accident damaged car to the stolen car. Then they'll register it on their name, and technically the car can exchange names because it's a legal car, even though they are presenting the paperwork of the written off the accident car, and they are selling the vehicle that was stolen. So when you go and take it for a SAP test, it tests fine. It's not a stolen vehicle because the numbers have been transferred. Now 14 times we've been caught until we ended up creating a bulletproof system so that we don't get caught again. It's very frustrating. It's one of the most painful things that I've ever had to go through and overcome. But luckily it's been 5 years, we haven't been caught, and we've bought thousands of cars. The reason why I'm saying this is, once again, to create awareness. You have to buy from a reputable dealer, because if you don't, the moment the cops fetch that vehicle, which happened to me 5 years ago, I bought 3 Yaris's from a person that came there with his beautiful little daughter, blonde hair, blue eyes. The gentleman gave me all 3 Yaris's. I paid him. Doesn't look like a criminal, doesn't sound like a criminal, doesn't behave or act like a criminal, nothing, just a normal dude. And all 3 Yaris's were cloned. So what ended up happening is 2 of them, we contacted the customers and brought them back and handed them over to the police. But the way we figured that out is they actually pulled one of our clients over and said, this is a cloned vehicle, we're going to have to impound the vehicle. She called me, it was midday. Luckily it was in Pretoria. I drove out, picked her up, came back, spoke to the cops. They showed me exactly what had happened, and we had to do a full refund to the bank because the vehicle was financed. Full refund to the bank, pay her back, lost credibility there. Eventually, I provided all the proof and she was fine. She bought another car from us and we saved face in that instance. But if you buy from a dealership that is not reputable, they will just say, sorry, well, I bought it this way, and it's a chain reaction. We have to all sue each other and prove each other wrong. That's the other problem, is you can't really prosecute. It's very hard because it's a white-collar crime. You have to prove the previous person to be guilty, and then whoever he bought it from and he bought it from. And the syndicates work in very intricate ways that we ended up figuring out how they work and created a bulletproof system. But it's very, very hard to prosecute, and nobody goes to jail. The last person that pays the money normally loses all the money. If you want to go and chase it into the courts, you'll pay almost twice as what you paid for the car to prove the next person guilty, and then so on and so on. At that time, that person has nothing on their name. They can pay you back 200 Rand a month, whatever, 100 years later, you still won't receive your money. So just an awareness video, please make sure you buy from a reputable dealer, because if you're ever in that situation, you might end up losing all your hard-earned cash. From Uncle Bobby, not selling fear, just making you aware. Out.